They say there's a woman made of paper, thin as a page, sharp as regret, silent as forgotten thoughts. She doesn't walk. She drifts through old libraries, closed classrooms, abandoned notebooks. She goes where memories were once written and later erased. Her voice crackles like dry parchment. Her breath smells of ink and dust. And if you speak her name, if you even remember it, she'd find you, folded in corners, hidden in torn books, waiting to be remembered. Watch this story until the very last word, because the paper she's made of might be from your own past. To those who like and subscribe, may your memories stay whole and no woman ever whisper through your pages. Comment your city as she passed through your room, carried on the wind. Levi Sanders had a habit of writing things down so he could forget them. Anger, regret, fear, he scribbled it all into notebooks and journals and shoved them into drawers. Sometimes he ripped out pages and burned them. Other times he left them in public places. His therapist had called it coping. He called it cleansing. But lately, the words kept coming back. Notes he didn't remember writing. Sketches of a woman with no face. Torn pages folded neatly on his desk when he swore he had cleaned everything. It started small. A whisper of movement near the curtains when there was no wind. The sound of crumpling paper beneath his bed. A strange chill whenever he opened a book. Then one night, he woke up to find a single page taped to his mirror. It said, "You remembered me wrong." Levi tried to laugh it off. Maybe he'd written it himself during one of his restless nights. But the next day, a second note appeared. "You folded me away." That evening, he couldn't find his reflection. The mirror was still there, but it only showed paper yellowed, cracked, and curling at the edges. And in the center of that paper was her, not drawn, not painted, standing. A woman made entirely of parchment, her hair flowing like torn pages, her limbs jointed by creases and folds, her dress rustling with the sound of shuffling documents. Her eyes were smudges. Her mouth was sealed with an ink line. She tilted her head as if asking, "Do you remember me now?" Levi ran, left the apartment, didn't go back for days. But wherever he went, she followed through bookshelves, library stacks, even signs on the street. At a coffee shop, he opened a menu and saw her hand sketched across the bottom. When he blinked, it was gone. In an elevator, a flyer behind him crinkled into her shape before returning to normal. She wasn't haunting the world. She was haunting his words. Every sentence he had tried to forget, every page he had torn away, had built her. She wasn't angry. She was unfinished. One night, he gave in. He returned home, locked the door, and lit every candle he had. He sat at his desk and opened an old leather-bound journal, the one he hadn't touched since the day she left him. The pages were blank, all but one. "Write me whole." Levi stared at the page. He picked up a pen and began to write not about her, but to her. An apology, a confession, a memory. With each word, the room grew colder. With each sentence, he heard the soft rustling of paper behind him. Then her voice, dry and delicate, whispered, "That's not how it happened." He turned. She stood beside him now, no longer just paper, more real, more present. Her eyes were ink stains, but they shimmered with sadness. Her fingers touched the journal, and the page curled under her hand. She wasn't asking for revenge. She was asking to be remembered truthfully. Levi let her sit. They wrote together until sunrise. When the candles died out, she folded herself into the final page, carefully, peacefully, and the book closed on its own. He never saw her again, but the sound of paper still follows him sometimes. A flutter in the hallway, a sigh beneath the bookshelf, a page that wasn't there before. And sometimes when he forgets something painful, he finds a note folded in half, written in a voice not quite his. Thanks for listening. Maybe she was never a ghost, but a story unfinished. To all who liked and subscribed, may your pages never be torn and the stories you've buried never turn against you. Comment your city. Has a page ever spoken to you?